Hello, hello. I hope everyone isn't confused because YouTube just would not go live the first time. I'm going in to my studio to see if I can figure out what happened. And so bear with me. Nobody's here yet anyway, so it's okay, I think. But yeah, if nobody comes on, nobody comes on. That's the way it'll be. All right, I need to go to content, live, and get rid of this one. Yeah, and delete. How do I delete it? Edit. Delete forever. Okay. 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 Nobody's here. Well, I'm just going to continue to open packages until hopefully somebody comes. I see I'm going to have a light issue here. Maybe if I move it, no, it makes it too dark. Well, we're just going to have to deal with it. The ring while I'm using this Stamparatus. Maybe I can move it to this side. Hello. Hi, Paige. I tried to go live a little earlier, but it kept just spooling on me, so I stopped and restarted. But it's kind of impromptu. I don't know what I'm doing other than I have the one Altenew stamp out from the Build a Garden, the Dancing Poppies, and I thought maybe today I just use the stencil technique and maybe the alcohol markers, and then the next time I'll play around with watercolors and stuff. I want to show you something, watercolor things. These came as part of the Build a Garden kit each month. I didn't buy them extra, so I appreciate your tips on that other. They don't open, they just are short like that. So I figured if I only use pink and green, I can use one for pink and one for green, right? I don't know. This is called the Dancing Poppies. And I have 3 inks here. I was looking, I have the Altenew ink in jet black, which I guess would work, right? I have Memento, but I use that all the time. And then I have this hybrid. But I think I'll try the Altenew one. They should rinse off well too. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh, good. That's good to know. I have to move my mouse. Let me turn my mouse off because it wouldn't let me move on the screen. So let me get the stencils out. I'm doing it just on Stampin' Up's basic card to start, but I also have a piece of white that I bought from Altenew. It's the Solar Crest white. It's really thick compared to it. And then also I thought if I have time, and since I'm inking, I have this Pretty Pink Posh stencil. So I probably have too much out for today, but we'll see. And I wanted to try the second thing I really want to do is try this one too, which is a solid stamp. So with maybe one of those inks or something too. So maybe the Easter eggs will have to wait. I don't know. I know you wanted me to do the watercolors, but I wanted to show you something and see what you think. So I was looking through my watercolor paper. You know, I had bought this Altenew watercolor paper set for A2. And of course I have Stampin' Up's, which is cotton. But then I knew I had a pad of watercolor paper. So I opened this up. This is from Prima. But it's stuck together on both sides of the pad. So in trying to get it off, I ripped it. So now I can cut some of this down to size, but that's kind of a waste. Have you ever seen anything like that where they I don't know why they did that, because when I opened it, I thought, oh, it's closed on this end. Maybe it's open in here, but it's not. It's closed there too. And I've probably had this now for, yeah, it's a 2015. I don't know where I got this from, probably online somewhere. But I'm like, well, that's, and other than taking it somewhere and getting this whole end chopped off, I don't know how to use it. So the only other watercolor paper I have is this mixed media. This is my art journal, which I haven't used in forever. And it feels more like a thinner kind of watercolory paper. It says use with acrylic, watercolor, and pen and pencil. But I know you have to gesso that. So I think when I do watercolor, I'm just going to try this one. This is a lot thinner, and it doesn't have as rough a texture as the Stampin' Up one. So I might like that better for stamping on it. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. I might just donate that because I don't know if I want to just deal with that, you know. All right, so enough yippee yapping. I watched a video. That doesn't mean I'm going to be able to do this, but but the first thing we have to do is ink this up, and then these are the stencils to use, and there's 4 of them to color the flowers in. I was just thinking originally I would just color them with, I'm going to need that handy. Layering guide is on the stamp insert, which I have out somewhere already. Oh, see, I'm already losing things. This is ridiculous. It tells you how to line them up. One sec, here it is. Nope, that's the dies. What'd I do with this? Here it is. That comes with a lot of stuff to tell you how to do this. And so the stamp insert gives you directions on how to do it, and they even give you colors, but I don't know if I have those colors, so we're going to use my own colors and try it. Okay, let's ink it up. Yeah, Stampin' Up has a rougher side and a smooth side, whereas the Altenew one, let me show you. See, I'll see if I can show you the texture with a bigger piece of each. And Stampin' Up is bigger. It's 5 by 7. It says 100% cotton on the Stampin' Up one. And I know, like, this side is pretty smooth. This side's a little more textured. But on the Altenew one is 50% cotton, and it says cold pressed. I don't remember if Stampin' Up says that or not. It feels smoother to me on both sides. This one definitely feels more texture, and I guess that's because of the 100% cotton. It definitely has more texture even on the smoother side than this one does. So that's interesting. This feels a little bit thinner. But actually, that might be better for card fronts, as long as it doesn't bleed through too much. So I don't know. We'll see if we get to that today. You know, I just was noticing that, what is her name? There's a Stampin' Up demonstrator that just used, she's still a demonstrator, she said, but she's opening up her Copics to color with again, that she hasn't used in a long time, and a Gina K stamp. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's Wendy Cranford is her name. I was rather shocked to see that. So I don't know if she'll get in trouble or what, because I thought when I was a demonstrator, it was a no-no to use. You could use other products, but they preferred it not to be ones in competition with them, which stamp sets clearly are. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Hi, Renee. Yeah, I haven't either, but that one popped up and it said something about bringing out her Copics again. I'm like, okay, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm using my Stamparatus because I don't have a Misti or other stamp platform. At one point, I had bought the Tim Holtz one right when it came out, and then when I became a demonstrator, I sold that one. So I never even used it. Okay, this is the Altenew Jet Black ink. And I don't know if I'm loving the, where's my thing you gave me? Here it is. Yesterday I watched a video by, it was Stamp a Blessing. I watch her once in a while. She used to do a lot of paper pumpkin stuff, and she said she hadn't gotten hers yesterday morning, I guess it was. I guess that's pretty good. Let me get my chamois and see if it cleans up. I know the Gina K one is a little harder to clean the ink off because it's a hybrid. So it's, I guess it's half part pigment and part dye ink, but it is a nice rich black. This looks similar to me to Memento in color. We'll do Memento on the smaller stamp maybe. Okay, so now I'm tempted. Now I'm going to take it off of here. I have this Altenew. It's not a sticky mat, it's a silicone mat, and I guess I'll use Post-it tape. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to use tape, but I guess I will. So, and these are the dies. Isn't that pretty? It's all hooked together, but you can, the die is all hooked together, but it comes apart in pieces, and then you can cut the leaves off or whatever. So, it's interesting. And it's a big stamp. You have to have a 6-inch piece of paper at least. So let's see. This is numero uno, I think. And how does it go? It colors in this part. I think. I don't know. No, I see like this. Okay. Okay, let me get my, well, that's not right, though. Maybe I have it backwards. Do I have it backwards? No. Okay, so the first thing is going to be getting it lined up. I think that looks right, except that this, I guess I don't use that one right away. Okay, I'll get it. It is pretty. So we'll see how we do. I don't know. First time for everything. I'm going to use Post-it tape because I have a sticky mat from Brutus Monroe, but I've only used it twice because it actually tore my paper when I lifted it up twice. I'm like, that shouldn't happen. I mean, it tore it big time. I couldn't even, it was stuck on there so bad I couldn't even get it off. All right, so I'm going to start with the light baby pink this color is. And these colors I'm using all came out of Altenew's Spring Bouquet. It had fresh leaf, lime, and limeade, and magenta, fuchsia, and baby pink as the colors. It's a little 6-pack of cubes. And then I bought a 4-pack just in the last haul of the blues. This set was called Lapis Lazuli. So we'll see. All right, I'm going to start with baby pink. I really don't know what I'm doing, so this is really just playing. And I did hear a complaint or see a complaint about trying to open these cubes, and I see what they're saying. One second. Oh, maybe is there tape on here somewhere? No, I don't see any tape. Wow, these are hard to get open. Well, maybe we won't use these today. Ugh. Wow. Ooh, there we go. I got my thumb in it. Yeesh. That was hard. I am going to try and open all of these. Let me get a baby wipe. Open all the pinks at least. So put the lids sort of gently on. Wow, that was tough. So there's that pink. Maybe it's just the first time. I don't know. I don't think the ovals are this hard, and now they have new inks coming out, and it kind of concerns me a little bit because they're in a round thing, and that doesn't concern me, but they're calling them fresh dye inks, whereas these are called crisp dye inks. This is really hard. Ugh. Yeah, there goes the lid. There's that one. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. All I thought, well, all cubes are a little hard to open. Either that or they're too loose. These are really hard to open the first time. I hope they're easier the second time. So what was I saying? Oh, I don't know if they're going to discontinue the colors in the, and there's that one opened easier, but I used my whole hand and I got it on my hand. So now I have magenta. Oh, it doesn't, it says the color on the lid, magenta. Okay. I think they only did 2-step coloring. So we'll see. All right, I'm going to try this. I don't know. Huh. I did get the re-inkers too, just in case. But I don't think this one, maybe you push down. Okay, yeah, you have to push down a bit more with these little brushes. And my in screen, is it light enough? It seems, if I do that, then there's more glare, huh? It seems really dark. Yeah, SUs are definitely too loose. And I hardly ever use them except for once in a while on the Stamparatus for that reason. Or if I'm going to do like a smear it technique kind of thing, but I hardly ever do that. So I want to do more technique stuff, obviously. All right, so that one is baby pink, and it truly is baby pink. I'm going to put the, maybe I have a hair on it, a dep hair. So now let's go. Let me see if I have a scrap. I don't know if I need to, I guess I don't need to clean them too much in between the same colors, same color family, right? I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of the darker one, kind of just around the center part here more, I guess. They also have brushes that are called fine detail brushes. And you get like they're different tips on the end. I didn't get them, at least not yet. But I'm definitely going to take your advice, and I already have them in my cart on Amazon. Yeah, me too. The Easter eggs, I don't think that I have aren't layering stencils. But the thing with these is these are they're layering, but they're specific to this stamp. Now you wouldn't have to die cut this, but they're made for that. All right, I'm going to also try the darker one. We'll try 3 layers. Why not? Just put a little bit on there. I like the magenta color. So I don't know how this will turn out or not. All right, so let's do, I think we have to slide this over now to get the, or flip it over. I'm not sure which. You must just slide over, right? Oops. Hang on. I got ink at the very top. That looks like it goes there. No, it doesn't. It has to go. I don't know. That looks weird. It has to flip over, right? Doesn't look right flipped over unless you flip it this way. No, I remember she just slid it over, I think, somehow. Maybe I'm not slid over far enough. Maybe it's down. I don't know. Oh, here. I think I'm getting it. The little point, I guess, goes in. But that doesn't look right down here. Oh, maybe here it is. Maybe this is it. I'm confused. I need instructions. Um, they're supposed to be, I think they feel about the same as Stampin' Up. They're pretty firm. Um, they do fray a little bit. I think they're like felt with that linen or whatever they put on top of it. Um, and they don't seem as juicy as I thought they would be, but I'm using a brush, so I don't know if I take it right to the image, how that would be. I think this just goes like this, which doesn't seem to line up with the picture as good, which is really what's confusing me. Hmm. And it's supposed to, once you're done with this #1 stencil, oh, it does say 180 degrees. So I guess we turn it like, this is 180 degrees. Does that work? 180 is all the way around, isn't it? I don't know. I'm really confused. 180. Is 180 all the way around? So that's what we started with. 180, and it has a little picture. It has to go this way. So that would be 90. This would be 180, right? That doesn't make sense. Maybe it has to be this way. That doesn't make sense to me. Help. Oh, wait. I don't want to use the ones I already used, right? 180. All right, back to the beginning. Choop. And then we go 180. Flip it all the way around. All right. I figured it out, I think. No, I didn't. Did I? Yes. Oh, I got it. 180 at an angle. Phew, that was work. My brain just must not be working good. We got it. Okay. Let me bring out my little blendy brush again. Yay. I know. It's half. Oh, thank you. I didn't see it in time, but I figured it out. But it has to be angled. And so I was like, this isn't lining up right, but it does. All right, we're going to do the same thing. Starting with baby pink, but it probably has a little bit of the dark ink on it now. 2. It does say turn it 180 right on the thing, and also in here I just didn't follow instructions well. That's my bad. So it looks to me like they used 2 colors here, and then they went with the darkest one here. So maybe I won't put any more the darkest color on this time. I'll just do the 2 colors. Probably I was supposed to use, I don't know. This might not turn out the best, but it's an experiment. We'll try. Thanks, Renee. uh, yeah, this coming from a lady who has a degree in accounting. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. My professors would be upset with me. All right, I'm going to do this sort of in towards the center. Whoops, darker one. This one sort of in towards the center. That one I'm going to leave go because that's out at the edge. Thinking I should have started with the darker color maybe. I don't know. I'm not feeling like I have a whole lot of control with these little brushes yet, but it's my first time using them, so I probably would not I definitely would not have control with a big blending brush, but maybe with finger daubers you would too. But I kind of like the way these do the coverage. Finger daubers seem more concentrated. All right, so that looks to be Number one, and number one stencil. I'm going to wipe it off real quick. Yeah. Oh, okay. So they're for more larger areas, you think then? I don't know. I mean, this, I thought it would come out more to make it longer, but it doesn't. All right. So we're still using pinks. What did I do with the other one? So let me sit this in here. I didn't clean that real well, but a little bit. And these actually are numbered. I just might take a Sharpie and highlight it so that, I don't know if you can see that, it says 2 on it. And there's a little bit of texture on the front so you can feel it. And the first time it's pretty easy to line it up, I think. Look at that. Woohoo! I almost got it. Oop, 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 up a little bit. There we go. Where's my tapey tape? My Post-it tape. Actually, let me cover that. Do a little more coverage on that. All right. I'm going to start with the... I'm going to start with the lighter color again, which is baby pink. I like that these come in color families. So what I mean by that is 3 shades of pink and 3 shades of green, or they don't all, but and the blues came in a set of 4, you know. Let me do all these light pinks first. I don't know if I'll actually make cards today or if I'm just playing with these to see how they work. Oh, awesome, Renee. I was wondering about that. Actually, I was the other day. Longer bristle. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you know, a set of 20 of those is like $6.99 or something on Amazon. So I'm going to get them anyway because it's worth a try. All right. And now I'm going to go to the second darker one because I don't think I want too dark. Out towards the edge of the petal leaves. You know what I mean? I just want some definition around the center there. This one got a little bit of a line on it. We'll try and blend that out. All right, let's try right here. If you take it and put it on the edge, you kind of get, you know how you're supposed to go off and do that? Maybe I should have done that because I kind of got a little bit of a line there. Learn, live and learn. So start on your plastic part that's not open and then you work your way out. Same, I did the same thing here. Yeah, the thing with this, it's probably, with me, it's going to turn out different every single time. Okay. That seems kind of pretty, except right there. Blend it in a little bit better, I think. And I'm not going to go to the darkest color on these outer petals. I don't know. I think I gave them too much definition. We'll see what it looks like when I lift it up. This one doesn't have a turny it thing. Ooh, I got a little bit of white area, but you know what? Now I can take my brush here and just blend some of that out right here. Maybe. Or you could even, since these are dye-based inks, you could even take water. I just don't want to go outside the flower. I guess I'm going to have some white. Okay. So now let me close up my pinks and we'll go to the leaves. So that was baby pink, Fuchsia. I'm afraid to push them down hard, but I guess I will. Eesh, they really snap closed. Hi, Tammy. Welcome. I'm trying out some Altenew layering. It's actually their Build a Garden for March, which is has layering stencils, a stamp, and dies in it. And it's the, what is it? It looks like this, Dancing Poppies. Except this is my first time using Altenew anything. So, well, I think. I haven't used it before. I haven't done this before, that's for sure. Layering stencils. And my first time using these inks, and these little cubes are hard to open. And now I have to open the greens. Flower fun, yes. Oh my goodness. How have you been, Tammy? Oh my goodness. All right, let me try. Down below here, can't get them. Can you guys hear me okay? I put new batteries in my microphone, so we'll see. I can't even, there's not much of a slot to even pry it open. And I once again stuck my finger in the ink. So that color is called Limeade. And then we have Lime. And then we'll have Fresh Leaf. And I think this is the lighter one. Yeah. So that's supposed to be the lighter one. It looks pretty bright, right? Compared to that. So we'll see. And here's how the ink pad looks. See, you can see it's felt, so it's actually a little dry on the bottom, but it looks pretty juicy 3/4 of the way down. I'm good. Oh, me too. Me too. I have been buying. In fact, I just placed another order today, but this time it was scrapbook.com. And now I really have to stop because the other ones I wasn't charging them. I was just paying for them. But this one I charge. And if I have to charge it, that's a problem. Okay, I have to remember, use your whole palm and not just your fingers. That one is called Lime. It definitely looks darker than Limeade. Here was the lighter one, and here is this one. It looks pretty juicy still too. And Fresh Leaf is the darkest one. Yeah, I know, scrapbook.com is a wonderful site. I just, I was going right to the other sites, but I got a couple. Okay, here's the honest truth. I went to a Stampin' Up event on Saturday, and one of the cards, let me just take a little break real quick here and show you. One of the cards used one of the Stampin' Up new online only set of 3 embossing folders. And I didn't buy those because 2 of them I felt like I already had similar. But the demonstrator brought out, I don't know if you can see it. This way maybe. Can you see that? It's like a crosshatch, I think they call it. I love that embossing folder. Well, the whole set is sold out as of right now. I guess I hope to bring it back, but I really wish they'd sell them separately because I didn't need dots and whatever the other one was. A cherry on top. I haven't gone to that for ages. I'm trying to open the third ink now. So if you get bored watching people just experiment with color and stuff. Okay, that one definitely is really dark compared to the second one now. And this is called Fresh Leaf. And the inks that I'm using are Altenew crisp dye inks. And if you came in late, they are part of a spring bouquet set of 6 little ink cubes. I only got the cubes to try because I want to make sure I'm going to like them, right? All right, so, and this is a 4-set stencil. This is number 3. They're numbered, luckily. I was going to number them, and the top part has, you can feel it, where the back is shiny smooth. All right, so let's try and line this up. And the stamp set that comes in this has the guide on how you're supposed to do it. So now we're up here. So this shows what we should be at, which we kind of are. Oh, now this is where I was watching a lady for Altenew do this, and she said she lines up the flower centers on this one first, and then kind of make sure everything else is lined up. Let me see if that'll work for me. Pretty good. Did I get it? Nope, that one has to go up a little more, and this one has to come down a little more. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, I think that's, this bottom one isn't quite there. Maybe there. It's like when I get this one, I don't get that one. Maybe I get them the next time. All right, I'm gonna go with that and see how it works. You don't have time to get bored. You've been busy. All right, so I'm gonna start again with the, I guess I'll use limeade. So here's what some of the examples are, but the die picture kind of shows it the best, I think. Maybe. They look like they used a couple different colors there. I think that's pretty. They used darker on the outside. That didn't seem right to me, so I went lighter on the outside of the leaves. And these are their mini blending brushes. They give you one. If this is it's called the Build a Garden monthly kit. I don't feel like I still have that lined up right. This one slipped. And it comes with a stamp, die, and stencils, and one of their little blending brushes. So we're trying it for the first time ever. I don't know. I feel like it moved on me. Yeah, it's moving. My tape isn't holding anymore. Stay, you. There. All right, did it move again? A little bit. All right, I'm going to hold it down with my hands. I need one of those sticky mats, I guess. When you get to the darker colors, I learned, now it just felt like it moved again. I learned to start on the plastic. And you know how when you do with blending brushes, with the distressings, you start off the paper. You start on the plastic, but we're going to start with all the light colors here first. Now this one, I might just do two-tone. Like make this all the light, and then the second stencil come in and do the dark. I think that's the inner stems, the second color. I don't know if I'll go to the darkest one. We'll see. We shall see. Maybe we will. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I never tried these before. I'm really loving trying to try new things, new products and stuff. I still love Stampin' Up, don't get me wrong. I still buy from Stampin' Up. Like I said, I kind of wanted that embossing folder. Well, I went on, and what started that conversation is I went on scrapbook.com when I found out that Stampin' Up was out of stock, currently unavailable, to look for something similar, and I didn't find it. And then I realized, I don't need to have everything that I like, because I could probably have 25 or 30 embossing folders, and I'm sure I can probably make do with what I have. I'm pretty sure that slipped, but we'll see. So, I have to get it in my head that I don't need everything, but I want everything. All right, so let me see how that did since it slipped a few times. Not too bad, right? I'm just gonna do the two stencils for the leaves. They don't turn 180 degrees like the other thing did. So this again goes in the center. Okay, I see how. Okay, yeah, this is gonna line up with the edges of the leaves and the stems. Sort of, kinda. And give you the shading. This one looks a little I'm not sure about this bottom one. There, I think I got it. I think I got it. All right, we're going to try it. All right, I'm going to use, that was limeade, so now we're going to use lime. And I don't think I'm going to end up using the darker one, which is fresh leaf. I don't know. We might. We might. All right. Maybe I should have just gone right to fresh leaf or something. And they have the centers of the flowers partway open again too. I might use a gloss glaze pen for the centers of the flowers. I don't know. We will see. I think I'm going to like it with just the two colors on the leaves, maybe. Because they don't have another stencil for a third color for the leaves. And then I want to use this stamp again after we finish this and try using alcohol markers. I also bought 3 sets of Altenew's Artist alcohol markers. They come in sets A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up through, I think, J or K. And if you buy them like that, you won't get duplicates. And they have color swatches and keys that you can print. And I actually did that after I did my unboxing the other day. I have them in front of me. So I have pinks, oranges, two things of greens, 1 blue, 1 teal. And by one, I mean set of 4, 1 gray and 1 sort of pinky purple. I think I need more here and here. All right, let's pull it up and see. Ooh, it's not perfect, but I'm going to leave it like that. I think it came out pretty good. Yes, I do too. I have Stampin' Up D-Stash. I have Gorgeous Girls 1 through 60 I want to sell as a set. I have some House Mouse duplicate and triplicates I want to sell individually. And I need to go through the rest of my stamps and dies, both Stampin' Up and not, and get rid of things that I think are either duplicate or I probably will never use them again, kind of thing. Be careful when you clean these, because I just know this one is really flimsy right there at the points of the leaves, kind of thing. Anyway, I can wash them off later. So that's how it came out. I think it came out pretty nice. What do you think? Let me close these up now. All right, limeade. I'll try the die too. Let me do the die because, you know, we need to see how that works. But I'm not going to make a card today with it. That'll be a part 2 because I don't have cardstock out and everything. And I just got this set of blue because I didn't feel like I was going to get a whole lot of their inks right now. But I wanted, this whole set is called Lapis Lazuli. It has azurite, ultramarine. Azurite is the dark one, ultramarine, eastern sky, and iceberg. And I thought they would probably shade pretty nice. I was thinking maybe I'd try them on a small flower. All right, so the next question is, let me get a scrap of paper up here. I guess to clean them, you can just do this because the pink came off pretty good. The green needs to be cleaned a little bit. Maybe I can, since they're water-based inks, you can probably just rinse them underwater, right? Oh, a quilter's estate sale. Wow. I used to go thrifting and all that a lot. I go once a year, maybe twice a year. A friend of mine, really my only local friend. How does this go in? This way. No. Okay. It goes like this. This is the opening of the stamp set. I take my tapes off of these. I have to wash them, but I'll put them to the side. And here's the die set. Let me just shove these over here. Okay, so I'm going to try and die cut it, and let's see how it cuts. I think that came out pretty. There's a little bit of, I should have just taken more of that light pink, but I don't want to try and open it again and go like this. We'll try the markers on a smaller set because I don't want to take the time to do that all over again. Now this die is one piece, one die, but it cuts into multiple pieces, I believe. So let me see, where's the big long stem? It's up, it goes like, I think I had it right the first time. Yep. So that lines up pretty good, I think. A little bit too much white at the bottom, maybe. All right, I'm gonna turn around and hopefully run this through the die. I think I'm gonna have some white around it from the looks of it. I use those same Post-it note tapes. I hope I cut this pretty wide. This is an 8.5 by 11 inch sheet, and I cut it to 6 inches this way. So it's, I think 6 inches fits through my machine. Hi, Clay. Yeah, I know, really. So I just like this. I like that stenciling process. It was a little confusing on the first one, but once I got used to it and Renee set me straight on the degrees, we did okay. All right, so here we have this. Some are on my die machine still. And this. And this, and this. And a leaf. And that's it. All right. So the card will be part 2. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. What I would like to do is try their markers too. I'm gonna really like this. These are poppies, and poppies are usually red, but I didn't have their inks in red, and I wanted to try their inks, so I went with the pinks from the Spring Bouquet set. But now I do have some oranges in the alcohol markers. We could try orange, or I also have pinks or purples. What color would you like me to use? Oranges, pinks, yellows, or pinky purples, or teals, or blues? I'm gonna, oh, I should tell you what I'm gonna start with first though, right? It's just gonna be a little one. And this was what Paige gave me once, not long ago. Thank you, Paige. And I'll put these up here. I'm happy with these. I think they came out okay. Yeah. For my first attempt at doing that, I have a little more white on some areas than I would like, but I can trim that down, or just take my green ink thing and blend them out a little bit. I should turn them around so you can see the pretty pink part. Pinky purples and teals. Blues or teals. Okay. I know. Well, you know, not too many companies do, Clay. That's really hard to do. And it could be that I didn't line them up right, because this one has a lot of white. This one came out just about perfect, though. But this one has a little more white down here, and then these two on the upper. Anyway, you know, you get the idea. So this one is called Mini Delight Bold Blooms, and I thought that would be good to try with alcohol markers because it's little. And we'll see. So I used the Altenew ink the last time. And let's see what it says. Hello, sweet friend. Well, we won't do the sentiments right now because the cards will be later, like I said. But this has a die too, and their Mini Delights do. They come with stamp and die. And we're going to do another Mini Delight, but that one's a solid stamp, and that I'll use ink for again, and we'll use the pinks again. That's the Dahlia. Cafe au lait dahlia. All right, I need a block. No, I don't. I need a paper. Paper. I have a piece, right? Nope, that's the watercolor paper. Where did I put my paper? Here it is. This paper I'm using is just, nope, that's not it either. All right, we'll just use this. This is just basic white from Stampin' Up. I do have heavier cardstock too, but all right. Shall we try the Gina K this time instead of the Altenew crisp ink in jet black, which seems like, to me, that seems like an equivalent to Memento. Teal or blue, pinky purples and teals, blue or teals. All right, we're going to do, let's do the teals. I'm feeling teals today. So this is Gina K Obsidian Amalgam ink, which is a hybrid. Supposed to work with alcohol markers or watercolors. I did stamp that big stamp on my Stamparatus because I didn't know if I'd get good coverage, and I did have to stamp it twice. That, let's try it again. I probably should have put this on there too, but we'll try it again. I'll push down a little harder. I'd like it to be a little bit darker black, which this ink is supposed to be known for. We shall see. Use my thingy here. Oh yeah, look at that. Now the only thing with this one is, though, to me, because it's a hybrid, it doesn't clean up as well. It comes off some of it, but it will clean nicely using Stays On cleaner. So you have Stays On cleaner, you can use that on here. Otherwise, your stamps will stain. And I don't like that about that. But if I can use it with watercolor and whatever, then I will. All right, let me get the teal colors out. So these are in the, let me show you, the set called Rock Garden Set, which is set D. And I got this combined with set E, 12 markers in each. So 24 markers for $45 on sale. That was half price. It was 55% off, and I just couldn't pass it up. So yeah. The only thing is, if I guess if I do teal or blue for the flowers, then I'll have to use a different green for the leaves, right? Now, I'm not real good at this, so let me get them in light to dark order. I think, do you start with light or do you start with dark? Okay, so on their markers, the part with the band is their nib, and the part without the band is their brush. I do like the cases that they're in. These are small flowers, so I'm probably going to use this end the most. I'm going to do the inside dark part, and then I'll just outline a little bit, I think, and see if I get bleeding with this black ink. I don't know. This might be too dark. I'm not used to 4-step coloring. I'm used to Stampin' Up! Blends, which is dark and light. So forgive me, I'm not an expert colorist. I'm just going to do the inside of this one only with this, because this flower is opened up a little more. Maybe just a line in here. All right, let me go to the next color. So if you're looking for expert coloring instruction here, I'm not it. I'm going to go around the edges of the outer leaves with this a little bit. This is the, I don't know, it's number B815, and the color name on this is Lagoon. This is a pretty color. I'll tell you what the other one was in a minute. It is on there, but it's in a real small print. They're numbered, sort of like how Copics are numbered that I've seen other people using. This one is B635, and it was called Emerald, and it definitely is a darker color. All right, I'm going to outline around this one too, and some of the darker areas. Do you guys use Copics or some other kind of marker? I know Paige uses Copics. I never had Copics. I have a whole set of the old Spectrum Noir, but they are not refillable. These, they have refills for if you run out of, if they dry up eventually. They feel really juicy right now. They should, because they're new, right? Oh, bye, Paige. That's okay. Thank you. All right. Now I'm going to just come in and use color B714, which is Volcano Lake. And I'm going to color these inner petals. See, I'm just really doing, this is my first time using the markers. I actually just bought them over the last couple weeks. So you are getting firsthand experience. For good or for bad. For rich or for poor, right? And maybe these darker ones in here. And then let's use the lightest one for the rest. See how that plays out on the bigger leaf parts. Oops. And this is B802 Mountain Mist. And like I said, these were all part of that set I showed you. I want to see if they blend in good, because those have been sitting there a little bit, the darker color. I might go over some of this with the lighter too, because I feel like I got them a little too dark. We might have to do this again. Right? Oops, I went out of line. I did buy their, I'm using the brush end, that's why. I have no control. 100 alcohol marker generic. Oh, good. I never heard of that. I mean, do you have a brand like Ohuhu or whatever? I've heard of other brands. I think I've seen Jamie Poet Spice use Ohuhu markers before, or something like that. I might have the name wrong. Okay, this is the nib end. And you can hear it more. It has more, you have more control with it. But I'm not, because I let that outer darker color sit, I guess it's starting to blend. You have to go over it a few times with the lighter color to get it to blend. It seems like to me. And I'm going over the medium color too, the medium 2 colors with the light. Okay. Not that I need to buy any more markers. I am totally out of room. In fact, I'm probably going to sell my Spectrum Noir whole set too, although I'm going to keep the case I bought, the stand. Not that I have room for that on my desk either, but I might bring in the color lifter, not just to fix that boo-boo, but to lift some of the color up. What do you think? It looks too dark on this one, doesn't it? Compared to that one. I'm going to go back in here with a little bit more of the light color. See if I can lighten it up a little bit. Still looks a little darker. All right, let me do the leaves and then we'll... Okay, so the leaves, I think I'm going to use... These are out of a different set. This was the first set I bought, called Sunshine Valley, and this is known as their set F. I'm going to use these greens, which are Firefly, Grassfield. Honestly, I think I'm just going to use the first two, Firefly and Grassfield, because the leaves already have dark stripes in them. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of go down those stripes a little bit, and maybe a little bit along the bottom part of the leaf with the darker shade. And in towards the, oops, I think I went out of lines again. Oops, I'm coloring outside the lines. Oh no. Cal art, I never heard of those. You like the right one? This one? The one with the darker whole part there? I don't know what's showing as right, or this one. 1 or 2? Because my screen seems to be weird. I don't know. Oops, that's the brush end. All right, that one was number G515. Actually, that was the medium, more medium, and that was called Grassfield. That's what I wanted to do, the little bit darker one. And then this one is number G503, and it's called Firefly. Firefly. Just come in and blend it out a little bit. I can tell that I need practice with more than 2 markers. I'm not used to that. So I'm not doing the best job at blending and stuff. It'll come if I practice with them and watch some other people color more. I also bought a set of their watercolor pencils, and I'm going to try and compare them to the only other ones I have, which are Stampin' Up. I do have Prismacolor. I think the leaves came out pretty good. I'm going to go over the top parts of them with the light again. Which one's the top? This one. I kind of got a little bit of double stamp in there. Doesn't look terrible. A shade dark, yeah. All right, let me get the blending, the color lifter, and try it. And right in here, I got a spot. Just gonna touch it a little bit. And where was the other one? Yeah, definitely that ink. When I pushed hard on this one, it got kind of fuzzy. And I'm using this. This is a silicone mat from Altenew. It's big compared to my other one. All right, I'm gonna go in and just lighten this up just a touch in here. And hopefully, and actually, maybe in these leaves I'll do a touch too. Some of the larger leaves. trying to look at it in the screen. I don't know, that left it a little bit streaky there. But not too bad. I need practice, obviously. Practice makes perfect. Have you guys taken classes in it, or do you just practice in color shading and stuff? I think I'm going to leave it go, because sometimes the more I play with stuff, the worse it gets. Oh, okay. Yeah, then I wouldn't need those, because I have the whole set of skin color tone from Stampin' Up, and I hardly ever use them because that's not my jam to do skin color. Let me cut that out with the dies. You just practice, yeah. I have to watch more videos, and then instead of just watching them, I need to immediately after I watch one go try what they just did, or even have it on while I'm coloring, you know, so that I can try and follow along. So if you came in late, I had said I'm not making cards with these today. I'll play around with them. Maybe part 2 will be cards or part 2 might be watercolor, attempting that. Also fairly new to me. And then part 3 might be making stuff with all of it. Yeah, I do watch on YouTube also. That's my thing, YouTube. All right, that just slipped from my desk to over here. It's like if I line up the top, then the bottom has too much white and vice versa. And Stampin' Ups are the same way. I have that issue with theirs sometimes. Either that or my eyes are just totally wonky, which is a possibility too. Because I'm getting old. I think that's pretty. I like it. I'd use it on a card. Somebody might just get one someday with it. All right, we're going to do one more thing, and that is, if you can stay. If not, that's fine. I'm going to use the other mini one I have, which is a Dahlia, and it's a solid stamp. So we're going to bring out the inks again if I can get them open. Maybe we'll do just a blue Dahlia because I didn't open the blue yet. I don't know. And then we'll use, no, I should use pink because I only have 2 other blending brushes. What do I do with the, I'm going to leave the stamp on the stamp block because I need to clean that better. I have a thing about keeping stuff clean. All right, put this up here. Let me put these back where they go, or I will lose them. And they go in that box out of order, but I like that they come in these sets, but I wish they had dividers. There's a plastic case in here, so if you don't want to keep them in the box, you can pull them out and leave them in this plastic square, but it doesn't have little, like sockets for them to fit into, so if you pull one out, they all flop around. But I'm just going to put all the teals away in this one. I know they go in there. I love their colors, and I love that they have a lot of flowers and stuff because I like flowers. So we'll see. I'll play more. All right, so the next one we're going to use is called, if I can figure out what I did with it. It's a mini one, and it's a Dahlia. And I've lost, oh, here it is. It's called, here's the paper for it, Cafe au lait Dahlia. And it came, this is their Mini Delight subscription kit. So this is March's. And it's a solid, I put it in with the dies. It comes with a stamp and a die set, just like the little one we just did. This probably was a previous mini delight sometime. They're a little bit cheaper if you subscribe, but if you want to just, you know, buy things separately later after the monthly subscription, if they have them left, I guess. They're probably $5 or $6 more, I think, roughly, than the subscription kit. All right, so this will be a test to how their colored dyings work on a solid stamp. I need to get some blocks out for the leaves. And then there's little sentiments in too, which is nice. I'm going to stick that back over here, out of the way. So, all right, pink. I'm going to use, let's see, we had the baby pink. I'm going to go with, there should be 3 of them. Yep. I'm going to go with fuchsia, not the darkest color, but the next darkest color. And then I might take the blending brush. These are really hard to open. See, I did it again. The good news is they close tight. The bad news is they close tight. Oh, cool. You know, I have a picture somewhere of a flower I took in a remote island. It wasn't Hawaii. And I won't name the island, but because it was a government thing. But I also have a picture like that. I should find that. All right, I'm going to need green too because we have leaves. But let's try the, what did I say, fuchsia. Let's see, now these, I only have the small inks. And I maybe should have put it on the Stamparatus like I did the poppies, but we're just going to try and ink it up, pushing down a little bit. Make sure I get good coverage. And it's the first time using these stamps, and I know you're supposed to condition them, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It is also a photopolymer, so I should be able to, I'm not sure I'm really loving how that is looking on the stamp. Let me see a spot. Okay. Yeah, I might have to do it again. Yeah, definitely not loving that. It sort of has a bubbly, can you see it? It's all speckled. Not what I was expecting, honestly. And I don't know whether it's because it's these little ink pads and it's also the first time using this stamp. Let's see if I can remember where it goes. I'm going to stand up and try and do it a second time. Well, I think what I'm going to do is get my Stampin' Up, what are they called? Blending brushes? Where are they? They're a set of 3. I don't know what I did here. Is this them? Here they are. These. And try and blend that color out a little bit better. I don't know. I don't like the texture it's leaving. Now it might be because it's a small ink cube. I don't know. We'll try it with the leaves too. All right, let's just see if this will do anything. Not even sure if these have much stuff in it. You know, I went to get my gam saw out, which is basically what I think these are supposed to be. My gam saw evaporated and it was sealed in a plastic bag inside a bigger bag. Of course, I've had it for like 3 or 4 years. Okay, this is working. So I would suggest on these solid stamps to use some kind of stamping apparatus. Like I do have this Stamparatus, but I have my poppies on there still. I just wanted to see how it worked. I'm going to try it again with a Stampin' Up ink and see if there's a difference. Like whether it's the ink or the ink cubes versus the stamp. I don't know. I'll try the green first though. And I don't know, do the dies have, okay, the leaves are separate on the dies. That's what I was trying to say. I was going to say, I hope they're separate. This is smoothing out some of the dotty look a little bit. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. I don't know. Like flowers aren't perfect, but I felt like it should have more solid coverage. So learn something new. Not all their minis are solid. You know, like the one we did earlier, this one was a mini delight and it was not a solid stamp. I'm feeling like I'm not loving the solid stamps so far. Just my honest opinion. I got a white spot there. All right, I'm not going to do any more with that. Let's try the greens. And of course, pinks will stain your stamps a little bit. I'll clean that better later too. All right, let me get a green. I'm going to get the darker green, which is called Fresh Field, because we didn't use that in the other. Oh, I got that one off okay. Ugh. I got it right on my mat too, which luckily cleans up good. All right, so let's try the solid leaves too. Yeah, I think I'm seeing the same kind of thing. I have them on the correct side, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm not liking that coverage. Definitely has to go on like a Stamparatus or a Misti or something. Yep. Yep. That's my opinion I'm sticking to. I'm going to try it with Stampin' Up ink real quick here in a minute. Okay. That was Fresh Field. I like the color, but, and I liked it, you know, doing the blending. Those need to be cleaned better. Let me get another sheet of paper. And there you go. Big piece of paper, but I'm going to try the same stamps, but with, let's try polished pink, melon mambo. Let's try melon mambo. Thank you for staying with me, guys. And also thanks for the thumbs ups. I appreciate it very much. Oh, now see, I can tell a difference already. Maybe because it's a big ink pad. Instead of the little ones, I don't know, but I could see a difference right on the stamp. Except I got a blotch. Ah, all right, let me clean it again. Try it again. I can see right here. There's like a, I don't know. I'm not real happy with this stamp. Anyway, but that really stained. Let's try it again. I'm gonna have a white spot because there is a little bubbly thing there. But I'm not getting the, you see the difference in the texture? And this is after I smoothed it out with the blending brush. I know it's a different color. It kind of looks cool now, but it has a lot of, I don't know how, like speckles. I'm giving it a fair shot here. I don't have my usual extra mat under there. I just have the glass mat and the silicone. I'm trying to push hard. Nope, I'm getting a white spot. Is it in the same spot? Yeah, it's just I turned the stamp. All right, let me try one more thing. Let me bring this in. My Stampin' Up mat thing. Try it one more time on a stamp mat. See if that helps, but it's bothering me that it's one spot on the stamp too that's doing that white spot. I don't know. The mini delight kit Stampin' Die is yeah, it did get smaller, but I was really pushing hard. Now we're on a squishy mat, so we'll see. But I'm disappointed in how these inks did it. Now it could be because it was a new stamp first time used, but I went over it twice. So I don't know. And the leaves are the same way. We'll try the leaves next too. Just kind of letting this sit here, hoping that it saturates into the paper. There we go. Excuse me, third time's a charm. Let me clean my stamp off on my chamois. Except I can see it on the stamp. There is a little white bubble in the stamp, a clear bubble right there. It's like a little indent, and the ink will not take there. So I'm going to always have a little white spot there. But, you know, flowers aren't perfect, and I could probably blend that out a little bit. So that's Melon Mambo. That's actually a pretty stamp. I'm going to try a green now in Stampin' Up colors. And then maybe after I do that, let's see, what color should I try? Garden green. Maybe after I get it right on the mat here, I should try it on a mat with the Altenew inks again. At least I'll try the leaves and see if they get any better. But I can just see the coverage on these stamps is better the first time with the Stampin' Up ink. That turned out perfect. Perfect. Maybe I need to add ink to the dies, but the little ones, but they're brand new. I only used them earlier today, you know. So Stampin' Up inks win so far. But in fairness, I'm using the big stamp pad too, and not a little one. I could try it with a little one and see if I get the same results with Stampin' Up inks. Yeah, I could put a bee or a gem or something. It's not in the center, but maybe a butterfly or something flying into I don't know. All right, we're gonna do one more thing before I use the Altenew again. I'm gonna go get a little ink pad from Stampin' Up. Bear with me. I had to go somewhere to get that.